Goku has become Hirudegarn's seal, gaining an uncontrollable power. And now, Beerus is on Earth. Will Goku be able to impress him though? We'll cover all that and more in the second part of What If Goku Was Hirudegarn's Vessel. Goku and Beerus fly up in the air, clashing in the sky. Goku's overwhelmed, despite having power above Gohan's. This is unlike anything he's ever faced. He can't even get a read on Beerus' power. And of course, this is incredible for all of Goku's friends to see because they saw that uncontrollable power Goku had. And Beerus is fighting Goku so effortlessly. But Beerus could also sense that Goku's holding back. Goku admits that stronger forms of his do exist, but they're unstable due to Hirudegarn. Hirudegarn? What's that? Well, Goku explains what's been going on. Beerus just gets annoyed by this monologue. And honestly, he's just annoyed with this whole thing by now. He's been waiting for so long, and now he's pretty furious. He doesn't care if some monster's sealed inside Goku or not. He'll erase the solar system unless Goku transforms right now. This does serve to anger Goku, causing him to power up and, unwillingly, going into Super Saiyan 2, losing control even further. As the two continue fighting, Goku's just in awe at his own power, and his old nature starts to show, as he smirks at Beerus, asking if this is more like it. The fight evens out, but Goku can tell that something is really wrong. He's not controlling his ki output very carefully and creating shockwaves as Goku and Beerus clash. Vegeta, Gohan, and Piccolo have to protect Earth against the clashes below, especially with Beerus cutting a little more loose too. Goku starts to fight more thoroughly as well, even phasing into smoke and abandoning his techniques as normal. Beerus is holding back, and he can still sense that Goku's holding back too. He demands that Goku transforms again, sensing that there's still one more form left. He feels the struggle between Goku and Hirudegarn, and he wants to see that beast. The last strand of Goku's sanity puts up a strong fight against the Destroyer's temptations, but it's a futile effort. His body reacts on his own. Goku's ki swells once more, but with murderous intent, exponentially compounding upon itself. Beerus, unprepared for the shocking unveiling of power, is hit with its full force. It actually damages him a bit before he can put his defenses up. Sobering up the god, Beerus decides that this battle has gone too far. In an instant, Beerus knocks at Hirudegarn as he deforms back into Goku. Whis is watching nearby, wondering what Beerus' next action will be. He does think of destroying this threat because whatever's contained inside Goku is really fierce. No wonder the Saiyan was holding back so much. But no, how rare of an opportunity is this? This freakishly strong opponent can't just be wasted. Beerus decides he's gonna take Goku, and have Whis train this fighter and maybe he could be a real challenge. Beerus drags Goku back to Earth and tells everyone he's taking Goku with him. Of course, they don't want to just stand for this, but it's not really like they could do anything here. Before they leave though, Whis shares some words with them. These are now Earth's strongest protectors, and he can tell Piccolo and Gohan still have power that's locked away within them. And as for Vegeta, he asks if he could think of any replacement for Goku's spot in the ritual. Well, Beerus doesn't even care about the Super Saiyan God right now. Beerus and Whis leave, kidnapping Goku, leaving Earth shaken. How could anyone stand up to that display of strength they just witnessed? Is Earth now safe in Goku's absence, or is the whole universe at stake now? Months pass after Goku's abduction. The warriors of Earth train in the shadow of Beerus. Gohan pushes a lot harder than he was. He did kind of dial it back because he was getting busier with life, but Piccolo's whipping him back into shape. At least he didn't get rusty. Gohan had still been growing stronger over this time. It's just now, he has to redirect that focus and find that balance. And of course he trains with Piccolo, with Gohan now being Earth's strongest. Tapion of course continues his training as well, wondering if maybe he should try and get his potential unlocked, but it doesn't seem like he's going to have the same boost that Gohan or Piccolo would have gotten. The thought remains in his mind though. Vegeta keeps pace in Super Saiyan 4, but he lacks direction. Whis' words and Goku's power haunt him. Although, he does have one idea. Well, if they just need one more Saiyan, Vegeta's brother Tarble is still out there. Maybe he can attempt to locate him somehow, but all of them are unaware that another threat is approaching. While they're focused on Goku and Beerus, they don't realize that the Dragon Balls have been taken, and Frieza's been revived. Let's go over to Beerus' planet for a bit. Goku trains under Whis, focused on mastering Godly Ki before Hirudegarn. Whis wonders how Godly Ki will interact with the sealed monster, and Goku's really curious as well. Will this just further empower him and make him completely unstoppable? Or will this be a counter? Maybe with Godly Ki, Goku will be able to fight without having to worry about Hirudegarn. At least, that's what Whis theorizes. Godly Ki is, well, divine. It's much more calming, much purer in nature than whatever Hirudegarn's corrupting. Maybe it'll completely nullify the monster, at least temporarily. There's only one way to find out. Back on Earth, the Frieza force invades. But Earth has a lot of defenses, even though they don't expect this. Two fighters stand against the Frieza force first, Tapion and Gotenks. These two alone are more than enough to wipe out the army. Gotenks is even overkill. He could have just stayed as Goten and Trunks. But knowing that Frieza's here, Goten and Trunks preemptively fuse. Gohan and Piccolo join along too, defeating some of the stronger ones like Tagoma and Shisami. But once all the troops are felled, Frieza himself steps up. And Vegeta is the main one to confront him. He's got this. Frieza goes into his final form, and Vegeta fights him in base. Frieza's really surprised because, even though he has something hidden away right now, his final form should be a lot stronger. It should be more than enough to take on base Vegeta. Vegeta then dials it up, going to Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan 2, and now he's dominating Frieza in the battle. Vegeta then showcases Super Saiyan 3, and ends off by showcasing Super Saiyan 4, which promptly gets mocked by Frieza. He just starts laughing. He turned into an actual monkey. That's really funny. Well, if Vegeta's gonna transform, Frieza thinks it's about time he does too, showcasing a brand new, unanticipated transformation, Golden Frieza. The Emperor and the Prince duel, and right away it's pretty apparent that Vegeta's losing ground. His form, despite how strong it is, isn't matching up against Golden Frieza. Piccolo thinks that they're gonna need to jump in, but Gohan stops him. He knows what Vegeta's about to do. Piccolo's a bit confused, but Gohan apologizes. He forgot to loop Piccolo in before, and Piccolo has no clue what he's talking about, but Gohan tells Piccolo to watch closely. Frieza starts taunting the prince even further, dealing more and more damage to him. Vegeta's stubborn though. He's not gonna fall right now. Frieza then hits Vegeta with a death beam in his torso, a non-lethal one. This way Vegeta's gonna remain conscious, but he'll just bleed out over time. It causes Vegeta to revert to base, falling to the ground. Frieza starts laughing, but this laughter is cut short by someone else's laugh. Vegeta. Why is he laughing? He was defeated. This sight is pretty off-putting to Frieza, but it's an insult. He grabs Vegeta's collar and demands to know what's so funny. Now down to just a smirk, Vegeta looks Frieza dead in the eyes, as he lands a direct hit to the Emperor's stomach. And it hurts. A lot. Vegeta's aura then condenses, and he closes his eye. Suddenly, Frieza's pushed back with a tremendous force. A fiery aura envelops Vegeta. His hair turns red, and his transformation into the first ever Super Saiyan God is complete. The final fight between Vegeta and Frieza begins, with Vegeta running with his new lead. Frieza's energy reserves are depleted, and Vegeta's really glad that he took the bait. Vegeta could tell really early on that, even though Frieza had this great power, he didn't know how to properly utilize it. He was slowly draining himself. Vegeta just needed to prolong the battle. Frieza even notices that the death beam he launched at Vegeta, that's not even affecting him anymore. He healed from this. Did that form heal him somehow? Vegeta says he's not even sure himself. He hasn't really used this form enough to know its ins and outs, but he declares what it is, a Super Saiyan God, and he'll be what defeats Frieza. With Frieza being depleted, he realizes that if this battle goes on too long, he's gonna lose. He still has the edge in terms of power, but maybe he could try and destroy Earth. He does this, while simultaneously holding Vegeta off, but his attempts are thwarted by Gohan and Piccolo down on the surface. Well, next best step is to try and kill Vegeta, and that's easier said than done. Vegeta's putting up a really good fight against him now. He ran out the clock enough to actually contend against him, and with each passing second, their gap in power gets smaller and smaller. Also, his allies do lend support. It's a losing battle for Frieza, and eventually the golden form just completely disappears, and Vegeta smirks, eliminating the Emperor with a single attack. Frieza should have finished him off when he had the chance, but he took the bait. He got too cocky. But how did Vegeta get Super Saiyan God? Well, it's pretty easy. Vegeta actually did look for the Dragon Balls, trying to use them to locate Tarble, but the Dragon Balls were already used by someone. They didn't realize that it was Sorbet who actually got them. But Vegeta did still have some help. He went to Dende, who then contacted Shin, and with help from the Supreme Kai, they were able to locate Tarble and complete the Super Saiyan God ritual. Tarble ended up returning home, but he was glad to help his brother out for whatever this was. This stuff seems way beyond him. Though, Vegeta suggested that Tarble start training as a precaution. He's not sure if he'll ever face any issues, but better safe than sorry. Goku watched this through Whis' staff, relieved, but wondering if they could stop him if needed. The tournament of destroyers is then set into motion with Champa randomly arriving on Beerus' planet one day, and once more, Earth is on the line. The team is pretty straightforward to make. Piccolo, Vegeta, Gohan, Tapion, and Goku. But Goku's going to be their last resort. They also haven't seen him in a while, so they wonder what's changed with him. Piccolo's the first one to go up. But Tomo's a pretty trivial fight for him, and he pushes Frost into his final form. And Piccolo's victorious, but he gets poisoned, collapsing when his next battle against Vegeta begins. Tapion's about to go up, but Vegeta tells him that he's stepping in here. He fights Vegeta, and it turns out he can't really fight him, so he resorts to using insults. Then he fights Kaba, and that fight starts out pretty much the same, with Vegeta showing him how to turn Super Saiyan and then showcasing Super Saiyan 4, wondering if Kaba could reach these heights. But then he dials it up a notch, showing Super Saiyan God once more. After what happened on Earth, Goku told Beerus about Vegeta becoming a Super Saiyan God, but he didn't immediately go to Earth because, well, there was no real need for him to do that. Though now that he's seeing Super Saiyan God Vegeta in person, he's still pretty shocked by the power. Vegeta's then up against Hit, and with Super Saiyan God alone, he's not able to beat him. He struggles really badly, but Vegeta has been training in the Time Chamber more and, of course, spending a lot of time training with Gohan and Piccolo. He still has one trick up his sleeve, something that he only recently unlocked while training in the Time Chamber, right before this tournament. Powering up once more, he briefly showcases a new form, Super Saiyan Blue, the combination of Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God. With this, he's able to actually land an attack on hit, but that's really all that he gets. It catches hit by surprise, but still, there's a gap in power. Vegeta eventually gets eliminated by the assassin. Even that new form wasn't enough. Gohan was studying this entire fight, and he gains insight into Hit's technique. He's up next, but Beerus is going to switch up the order again. As he prepares to enter the ring, he tells Goku to go in there. And if Goku disappoints him, he's going to blow up Earth. Goku's not really sure if he takes his threat seriously anymore, but whatever, he'll go up. And he apologizes to Gohan and enters, leaving Gohan a little bit frustrated because he was ready to showcase the fruits of his training, though Tapion's feeling the exact same thing. They both got sidelined. Goku starts out the fight in base by probing Hit's abilities, but then Goku's ki completely calms down. Vegeta can't believe it. Kakarot's done it too. That same fiery red aura surrounds Goku as he turns Super Saiyan God. With this form being purely fueled by godly ki, it's untainted by emotion or Hirudegarn. His friends are amazed. Goku's back. He's been training this entire time. Now with Super Saiyan God, he can go back to his old self, and he's got to finally have a fight once more. Hit escalates his time skip and he eventually gains the advantage, but Goku still feels that he could win this, and Vegeta wonders if he could use Super Saiyan Blue as well. But Goku refuses to tap into a power like that, claiming it would endanger the entire universe. Instead, Goku activates a power of his own. A second red aura surrounds Goku, but this one's different. It's not the flames of Super Saiyan God. It's an aura that Vegeta's all too familiar with, Kaioken. Goku activates Super Saiyan God Kaioken, pushing it up to times 50. Since Goku's been focused purely on his technique and his sense of self over these past few years, he's gained a ton of focus. Combine that with the calmness of Super Saiyan God, and it was perfect to combine with Kaioken. Plus, Kaioken's not a transformation, nor does it require anger. Hirudegarn's influence doesn't taint this either. This is Goku's peak right now, at least without using the monster. But also, there's another advantage. Utilizing the regenerative properties of Godly Ki, as well as the passive regeneration Goku got from Hirudegarn, this makes Kaioken far more effective. This would essentially be equal to the power of Super Saiyan God plus Super Saiyan. So this is essentially a substitute for Super Saiyan Blue. Goku has grown quite strong under his training with Whis, not to mention the buff from Hirudegarn. So this isn't an easy fight, but he has just enough power to actually overcome Hit, winning the battle just like normal. Universe 7 wins the tournament, and Zeno notices everything, taking an interest in saying that he wants to actually do this again. Beerus is left wondering how dangerous Goku would be if Godly Ki ever merged with Hirudegarn, or what Super Saiyan Blue would look like. But he's not the only one concerned about Goku. Somebody was watching the fight on GodTube, Zamasu. He can't believe what he's witnessing. And with that, we'll leave off here for now. What'd you guys think about this part? What's going to happen next? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help out the channel, and it shows me you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.